Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah brother thumb to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shema Allah Thun Hashem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. We got an IHBK started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible. Right. What is that truth? Truth is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans make up the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. That's right. Right? What that means is, according to the Bible, we are the greatest people on the face of the earth. That's right. You understand me? And in 2026, I told y'all, every time the Lord allows me to sit in this seat, I'm going to remind y'all every week, you know what I'm saying, why it's so important in 2026 for us to come back to our identity and learn who the hell we are according to this book, man. The reason why it's so important, thank you, for us to learn who we are and come back to this book is because these other nations are confederate against us. Right? And once we learn our identity according to this Bible, it'll make so much sense why there's so much hatred aimed towards so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? But also what happens is, once you come into the knowledge and the understanding of who you are according to this Bible, you'll find out, you'll learn and understand, right, that there's law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us, right? And He only gave them to us according to the Bible. Right. Psalms 147, right? And He said that He gave us these law, statutes, and commandments. That's right. And with those law, statutes, and commandments, right, we will live a life that's so pure and so clean that according to the scriptures, the other nations will admire us. You get my point? And look at us and be amazed at the way we conduct and carry ourselves. Right now, we're nothing more than a Bible in these streets. We're a joke in these streets because of the way that we carry ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Because of the things that we're doing. And I'm gonna give y'all a couple of examples of what I'm talking about, right? But once you learn these law, statutes, and commandments, right, you'll understand that there's a certain way that we're supposed to live. And in living that way, you know what I'm saying, the Lord will be on our side. Right. And if we have the Lord on our side, you know what I'm saying, there's nobody, and I mean nobody, that can come up against us. They can try, right, you know what I'm saying, but they'll lose every time. You get my point? That's why it's so important in 2026 for us to come back to our identity. For years, we've called ourselves African Americans, Mexicans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Native Indians, and all these different things. Right? But according to the Bible, you know what I'm saying, we are Judah, Benjamin, Gad, Levi, so on and so forth. That's right. You get what I'm saying? And that's why it's so important, you know what I'm saying, for us to learn who we are and come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, right? I am Priest Officer Shabal, you know what I'm saying, coming to you live from Las Vegas, where we have classes every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the Las Vegas area. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday is a brotherhood class. Wednesday is a scripture breakdown. It's like Wednesday is the law class. Excuse me, and Thursday is the scripture breakdown class, all right? So if y'all can like and share the class, let everybody know that we live, right? We are live on all social media platforms. Actually, we're coming to y'all live from Facebook and YouTube, right? But please like, share, and subscribe to all our social media platforms. We are on TikTok and Instagram as well. IHBK Las Vegas, man. That's where you can find us. You know what I'm saying? Where you can find content, you know what I'm saying, and relevant information, man, to wake our people up in the name of the Most High in Christ, all right? So if anyone has any questions, please go ahead and type them in or raise your hand. If I can answer your question tonight, I will answer your question. If I'm not able to answer your question tonight, I will write it down, and Lord allow, I will have the answer to your question by next week's class, all right? If there are no questions, man, there's a couple of things that I want to get into, but the main thing that I want to get into is Esau, right? Esau is the virus that is destroying the earth. Esau is a plague, right? Esau is like the California wildfires a few years ago, right? Esau is like them earthquakes that hit the Bay Area not too long ago, right? Esau is them tornadoes and the volcano that erupted. Where did the volcano erupt not too long ago? Where was that? Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, but y'all get the point, right? Actually, I'm gonna ask y'all, what is the point of me saying Esau is all these different things? What do all those different things do? I'm gonna go.
They kill you. They cause calamity, cause destruction.
That's the word I was looking for right there. They cause destruction.
That's right.
And that's what Esau does. That's what Esau has been doing, right? And the reason why this topic is so important is because, for one, we've been taught to love Esau. When the scripture tells us that the Most High hates Esau.
Right, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we want to love what the Lord loves and we want to hate what the Lord hates. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And because of Esau, who created Christianity and all these fake ass religions, we are now a society that embraces homosexuality. When all y'all claim to believe in God, all y'all claim to know the Bible, but yet none of y'all want to acknowledge the scripture that says that homosexuality is an abomination to the Lord. Right. Man shall not lie with mankind as with womankind. I'm paraphrasing, but y'all get the point. This is in the scriptures. But y'all embrace it. So how can you say that you love the Most High, but yet don't do what the Most High said to do? Right. You get my point? And so we're going to go into it tonight, and I'm gonna give y'all some examples. I'm going to give y'all some scriptures as well, like I always do. You know what I'm saying? There's a video, and then, like, y'all know how I like to tie everything up in a nice little bow. Tie it all up, and like General Muhammad say, lay it down nice and flat. So then that way, you'll walk away from this class like, damn, Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And if you don't walk away saying that, then you will prove that Esau is your daddy. And if Esau is your daddy, and you coming in this chat to defend your daddy, you may as well leave now. Because we have no time, you know what I'm saying, or patience for anyone that's on that 12 tribes banner to come up in here and trying to defend the people that's been destroying you for years. You see what I'm saying? So before I get into that, right, there's no question, right, McGaw? So the first thing I want to do is, man, I want to kind of pick up where I left off last week a little bit, right? Last week we went into strange women, right? And I gave y'all some examples of strange women. Well, there's some things that came across the timeline, you know what I'm saying, recently that I want to speak on, but I'm not going to spend too much time on because I really want to drive home this Esau point, right? But the first thing that I want to do is I want you to pull that Tyreek Hill story, right? Pull that for me. I want you to read that for me, and y'all will understand why this is so relevant.
This is the Tyreek Hill story. He goes, after just 17 months of marriage.
How long?
17 months of marriage. Tyreek Hill's ex-wife will be paid up to $50,000 per month.
How much?
$50,000 a month. And walk away with $6 million. Miami Dolphins star Tyreek Hill's marriage to Kita Vaccaro lasted just 17 months before she filed for divorce in April 2025. One day after police responded to their home over a reported domestic dispute. What followed has become one of the most financially staggering divorce proceedings in NFL history.
Financially staggering is what that report says. Keep going, brother.
Court documents revealed that Hill was ordered to pay Vaccaro between $20,000 and $50,000 per month in support, a $500,000 lump sum payment, $100,000 toward a new vehicle, and $457,517 to cover her legal fees. She was also granted exclusive use of their $5.5 million Miami waterfront condo, while Hill remains responsible for the mortgage, utilities, insurance, and property taxes. Vaccaro has also requested access to Hill's debit card and his $200,000 Bentley Bentayga, but the judge denied both requests.
You can stop right there, brother. You can stop right. I think y'all get the point now, right? This is why, listen, and some of y'all that's been sitting in my class for a while, y'all probably ask, damn, why is he always going in on these women, right? The reason why I'm always going in on these women is because of niggas like Tyreek Hill. You understand me? At some point, we as black men, when I say black men, I mean all 12 tribes, we got to grow a pair of nuts and check these women and put them in their proper place. Society has put these females on a pedestal and told them that they walk on water. Society has put these women on a pedestal and told them that the black woman is God and she can do no wrong. You will laugh at all her corny ass jokes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You'll sit there and have a full-on conversation in her face, knowing her fucking breath stink. Right? You will see her real hair under her goddamn weave and you won't say nothing. Why? Because you're trying to crack. She come to work every day with her titties hanging out. And instead of you saying, hey, you know, that ain't appropriate, man. You don't have these brothers, you know what I'm saying, up in here, you know, in a bad situation because everybody trying to holler at you. Instead, you ride along with them. You buying a bitch lunch. And if you don't have the money to buy her lunch, you give her your lunch.
God damn.
And you doing sucker shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Now, this dude right here, right? He did not do his due diligence. It's obvious.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because all these broads, right? I ain't gonna say all, I'm not gonna do that. I'll say a majority of these broads that get with these athletes and celebrities, you're telling me that they're getting with these athletes and celebrities because when they see these dudes, they looking at these dudes and say, man, that's the most handsome man I've ever seen in my life. I cannot live another day without this man in my life. Or do they say, hey, that Tyreek Hill, let me go on Google real quick. That nigga just signed a 3-year, $173 million contract, $100 million of it guaranteed. That's my man. That's what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? And us as men, we got to be smart enough to say, this bitch is a sack chaser. I'm going to get with her, right? And we can be in a relationship. We can do the whole thing. But this is why the truth is so important. Because if we knew the truth, we would know that sex was marriage.
Right.
And then you wouldn't put yourself in these contracts, right? Which the man almost always loses anyway. But yet, we keep signing these contracts. Why? Because we don't have the strength that it takes to say, nah, I ain't doing that. There's a couple of us that do. Steven Jackson is one of them, right? I don't know if y'all know about this. Steven Jackson proposed to be married, right? And he wanted the woman to sign a prenup. And she refused. And you know what he did? That nigga said, wedding's off. And he saved himself more than just the money part of it. You see what I'm saying? It's the stress of going back and forth to court and knowing that this bitch didn't shoot nair free throw. This bitch ain't did nair interview. But yet, nigga, she's entitled to a third or half or whatever the case may be. It's insane, man. And as men, we got to wisen up and see what the hell that these women are on. You know what I'm saying? And stop being so gullible and stop acting like we ain't never had a piece in our goddamn life. Listen, man, I understand that there's some beautiful women out here. I get it. But goddamn, have some discipline, have some decorum, have some decency about yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be just like this brother right here. Go ahead, Shalimar.
I was going to say everything you're saying. So, maybe I have a scripture I want to read with your permission.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, and verse 27. Mm-hmm. For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. Verse 28. Mm-hmm. She also lieth in wait, as for a prey, and increaseth the transgressors among men. This is so heavy and so accurate to what this is saying. And we got to realize that whenever we see Tyreek Hills, and what was the other name from last week?
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And so many more examples throughout American history. It's like our forefathers adored this woman like this.
Yeah.
That lie in wait, ask for prey.
Yeah.
And increase the transgressions among men. Because now, not only is she going to take all your finances because she partnered with the white man, she partnered with the devil, but how many niggas is going to kill each other over this broad? But she ain't even worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, man, it's just absolutely, it's really sad. You know what I'm saying? But, man, rock by y'all try that his brothers like you that cares enough about Tyreek Hill and Jalen Green to bring this type of stuff out. You know what I'm saying?
That's on Christ. Go to the next one, because the next story ties into the scripture that Shalimar just dropped, and I got a couple scriptures to go along with that, right? Go to the baby shower room. Check this out, y'all. Yeah. Listen, man. Again, I'm going to continue to hammer home the point that as men, we have to be better, right? And as we're better, then we'll correct these women and they'll be better. Oh, God. But until we do so, we'll have stories like this. Hit it, brother.
All right, so it says, woman caught having 2 baby showers with different men.
Read it again.
Woman caught having 2 baby showers with different men.
Give me some more, brother. Sometimes it should be so outrageous. It's like, nah, this can't be real. But go ahead. Mm-hmm. It's sad though. While the brother's putting up the rest of the story, it's sad though that because of what America teaches, thanks to Esau, right? Our sisters no longer put any value on their bodies whatsoever.
Man,
you see what I'm saying? And the whole thing about it is, when you are able to lay with a woman, the fact that you was able to get that woman is supposed to be something that you're supposed to wear as a badge of honor.
Right.
That woman is supposed to see you like she sees nobody else. And she thought that you were special enough to give her precious gift to you.
Right.
Unfortunately, because of Esau, and I'm saying Esau because he's the one that pushes the agendas. He's the one that's pulling the strings. Why do I say that? Because he owns all the networks. He owns all the record labels. So he decides what gets played on the radio ad nauseum. He decides what videos get played on YouTube throughout the algorithm.
Right.
And he decides what shows get to be played on TV and which ones don't. Mm-hmm. And all the music and all the shows, you know what I'm saying, buffer and promote being a whore. And that's why stories like this exist. You got it? Please read it, brother.
A woman is going viral after social media users noticed she allegedly attended 2 different baby showers wearing the exact same pink maternity dress, but posed beside 2 different men. The nearly identical decorations and photos quickly sparked confusion, with people questioning whether the celebrations were for separate pregnancies or whether she had been living a double life. The pictures spread across social media as users compared every detail from the dress and hairstyle to the cakes and party backdrops. While the full story has not yet been confirmed, the unusual photos have already inspired jokes about recycling outfits, keeping secrets, and making sure different friend groups never meet.
You get my point? And so now, let me make sure that I point out the part that it said that this story has not yet been confirmed, right? So I'm gonna throw that out there. However, if you go and look it up for yourself, you can pretty much put 2 and 2 together, right? And let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, so nobody said I'm falsely accusing anybody. Let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, that this one is not real. I know y'all don't expect me to believe that it ain't real stories like that out there. You get my point? And so what has to happen is, again, as men, we have to stop looking at them and start listening to them.
Right.
I might fuck around and say that shit every week just to drive the point home. Because looking is the easy part. Listening is the hard part. However, listening could possibly save your life.
That's right.
Literally and figuratively, though.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because how many reports, I could only imagine if I asked this brother right now to pull up the articles of women who have put some extras on the story and got some dude to put his cape on to go run to a situation only to lose his life. You dig what I'm saying? That's the literal side of it. The figurative side is, like we talked about earlier, with Tyreek and Jalen and probably Marcellus Wiley, probably Big Tigger, probably. And I'm only saying it because they're there's evidence leaning more towards on their side than on the female side. However, what are they still going to have to do even if they win? What must they do? What are they going to have to do no matter what? Even if they win, what are they going to have to do? Why I say this can kill you figuratively as well, not just literally, but figuratively. What are they going to have to do? Go ahead.
Like they're gonna have to every day they're gonna have to remember this and basically fight the battle over. You know what I'm saying? They be living the trauma of it every day.
That's true. Give me some more though. You right there. You said fight. That's the key word. That's y'all's clue. They're gonna have to fight every day, right? So what are they gonna have to do?
They still got to pay. They still gonna pay for it.
That's true. But why though? What must they do? What do they have to do in order to? Damn, that's gonna give it away. It's something that they're gonna have to do, right? You said that they're gonna have to pay. He said that they're gonna have to fight. Now put those two together, and what must they do? Who knows? If I say it, y'all be like, damn, because you just said that they're gonna have to pay. Right. You just said that they're gonna have to fight. And how do y'all know that? Because what must they do? If they're gonna have to fight and they're gonna have to pay, what must they do? What are they gonna have to do whether they want to or not?
Slave.
That's true, but not what I'm looking for. Damn. For time's sake, I'm gonna give it to y'all. They're gonna have to go to court. Fight, pay. Right. Gotta go to court. Right? So think about how much that's taxing on you mentally. Think about how much that's taxing on you financially. You think your lawyer gonna do it for free? Because he know that you're being set up? No, he's not gonna do it for free. You dig what I'm saying? And if you're a celebrity like Tigger, like Marcellus, your name is gonna be constantly dragged through the mud. And so you're gonna have to read these headlines. You're gonna have to see your name all over social media. You're gonna have to see the videos pop up on YouTube because they're gonna do videos about you. You dig what I'm saying? This is what happens, right? And this is why I'm saying, listen to what she's saying. Ask questions that might be tough to hear the answer to, but could possibly save your life. You get what I'm saying? If you're a celebrity, one of the first things you should do, if you don't know for sure, is ask if she's ever been in a relationship with a celebrity. And if she says yeah, you might want to ask her how many. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, you don't want to know because like you in your mind, you're like, damn, this bitch got a body count. Right. And it might make you think twice. But again, it'll save your life. You dig what I'm saying? So if she does have a high body count, why would you want to be with her anyway? Right. You see what I'm saying? If you're more attracted to her because you found out that she has a high body count, that means that you love whores and you might be a little bit gay because you're trying to go behind these other niggas. Right. Wait. You was fucking with Darrell Reeves? Oh, they used to fuck with Aaron Donald? Oh, y'all for sure want to get with you now, huh? Yeah, not because this tight ass dress I got on with my titties popping out. You want to fuck on me because I used to be with Aaron Donald? You know what I'm saying? Or I used to be with Drew Holiday? Nigga, something wrong with you, right? So, you know what I'm saying? All this that I'm talking about, right, is all going to come together, just like a puzzle, right? And the other thing that I want to talk about is the Chris Brown concert, right? And the one sister who's now being divorced, right? And her dude was was with her at this concert, right? And she went on stage and did what she did, right? And what she said was, "I didn't cheat. I got carried away," is what she said. But you allowed yourself to be put on stage knowing that you was at a concert with your husband, and you allowed yourself to be kissed, and that wasn't no peck on the cheek. That was a if all these people in here, nigga, I'll suck you down right now type kiss. You can hit this shit right here type of kiss. Cause y'all niggas telling me if y'all kissing a bra like that, y'all don't think y'all hitting something after? Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, man. This is scripture breakdown class, man. Where we lay everything down all the way flat. You ever been on a date with a chick and y'all feeling each other, everything cool, and at the end of the night, you go to give her a kiss and she kiss you like that, and the first thing that goes through your mind is, oh yeah, nigga, I'm in there. And if that's not what you're thinking, I'm gonna question you. You might be on this side of the game. You might got that going on, right? And so the whole thing about it is, right? She said she didn't cheat, although you passionately kissed a man in front of your husband. If that's not cheating, I don't know what is. Go ahead, brother.
And if I could, it just goes to. Now I don't know if Chris Brown was aware that she was married or not. You know, I did see him put out. I heard him saying something before this incident. Said, "Hey, if you in a relationship, this one for you and all that." So I don't know if he was aware. However, it's supposed to sort of like a brotherhood.
Hold that point. We'll get to that in a second, because that's the other side of the point. Do me a favor, McGaw, grab me. Let me see if this applies to the sisters. Let me get Ecclesiastes 26 and 14. Once I go there, I want you to pick up where you left off, if you can remember it. Hold that point real quick. Let me get Ecclesiastes 26 and 14. I want you to read 14 and 15. All right.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, an apocrypha, beginning at chapter 26, beginning at verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
Did y'all hear that? The Lord said there's nothing so much worth, meaning this, there's nothing worth more than a mind that is well instructed, meaning what? She got her head on straight, and she's willing to listen to instructions from her husband, and she's willing to be corrected by that husband. Keep going.
Verse 15. A shamefaced and faithful woman.
A what?
A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her constant mind cannot be valued.
Listen, man. A shamefaced, meaning a woman who will not go outside her house half naked because she doesn't want to be shamed. A woman who is faithful because her husband is all that's on her mind, and not being a shame and a disgrace to her husband is what's on her mind. And this is why she remains faithful, right? The Bible calls her a double grace. Right. And her continent mind cannot be valued. You cannot put a price tag. Listen, man, listen. It's one thing to have a beautiful sister. Every man wants to be with a woman that he's attracted to, right? But can you imagine a woman who's attractive physically and spiritually? Nigga, what? You damn near willing to listen. Listen, man, I'm trying to tell you. This is a woman like that is the type of woman that can get damn near anything she wants on the right-hand side. Right. You dig what I'm saying? This is what's lacking in our community. And it all comes back full circle to Esau. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, Esau is telling you to have the I don't need a man mentality. You see what I'm saying? Esau gives the green light to make music where the hook is hands on my knees, shaking ass, doing whole shit. Right. For those that don't know, that's y'all's hero, Meg Thee Stallion's hook on one of her songs. Right. That's the one y'all look up to. Right? There's a point that I'm trying to make here, right? And the point is this. Without this Bible, without these laws, statutes, and commandments, we are lost as a nation. I can only imagine how many brothers and sisters listening to this class or will listen to this class later on will hear this brother read these scriptures and say, where do you get that from? Ecclesiastes. What is it? Apocrypha. What is that? And the reason why they don't know what that is and where that is because they've been going to church their whole life. Your pastor has no idea that the Apocrypha even exists.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the ones that do will never tell you about it because he doesn't want to stop his cash flow.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Give me Proverbs 9 and 13, and Shalom, you got it, brother. Go ahead. Why you putting the scripture?
I was going to say, everything you said was so powerful. When you said the white man want women to believe that they can do what they want to do without instruction, that stood out to me so much because that's I don't want to say every, but that's the majority. That's the mindset of the majority of our women. You know what I'm saying? Be independent. You know what I'm saying? Be the type of woman that you don't need to listen to nobody. You got to all figure out yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Don't listen to no man. But that's the reason that the Bible said what it said in Ecclesiastes. It said that you found a double grace. You know what I'm saying? You found something double glorious because anything valuable is rare. Yeah. And that's what I wish so many more of my sisters understood. That when it comes to being modest and being willing to be taught and be instructed, you know what I'm saying? The Bible calling you such a rare gem. So much more valuable than anybody else because the rest of the world are idiots. You know what I'm saying? So like,
no, you 1,000% correct. Go ahead and read that for me, brother.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, beginning of verse 13.
Shoot it.
A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing.
Right? Now, why did I have a brother pull the scripture? Because that sister said she didn't cheat. She just got carried away. Right? You carried yourself away into a goddamn divorce. Right? And the crazy thing about it, I seen some McGaw where she said, you know what I'm saying, after the divorce from her husband, right? And y'all gonna laugh at this, because I laugh. She said, Chris Brown got action.
Oh my God.
And it's like, so you telling me you so full of yourself that you think that this man wants you other than for the night? Because that's about as far as it's gonna go. And the only time you're gonna see him again is when he's touring in that city again.
Right.
Outside of that, you can forget about it, right? Go ahead, McCall.
It's funny. I got two statements like that. It's like you sound like Eve. Like I didn't eat the fruit. I didn't cheat on you. I got carried away with the serpent. I don't know. Like what? Like that. You know. I'm trying to do it. I'm all with it, but that is you got carried away. It's insane. That's really insane. But in reality, going back to the for the night aspect, it was like you really Chris Brown. That's an automatic body. For lack of better words, he already got you. That's a body.
Yeah.
Your husband understands that that's a body. Chris Brown understands that's a body. Neither one of them want to touch you anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Straight up. Go ahead, Shalimar.
Man, I was gonna say, she's such a disgusting whore, right? But I don't understand the niggas that bring their women to the show.
Hold that part. Hold that part. Because I'm about to go there too. I'm about to go there too. Read verse 14 for me, please.
What was it? You said Proverbs
9 and 14.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 14. For she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city.
What's the high place of the city? In this context, what's the high place of the city? Shout out to the concert. See, brother's paying attention, right? She sits in the high places of the city, right? That's this broad right here, and that's every other broad, right? That's been to these Usher concerts and all these concerts where you know that there's a chance that this dude's gonna put you up on stage, right?
Right.
So now I've given y'all the female side of the story, right? And in no way, shape, or form am I ever gonna give a sister a pass for anything.
Right.
That's not what we're doing here. The same way that we chastise brothers and go out our way to correct brothers, we're gonna do the same thing here when it comes to these sisters. But we might go even harder on the sisters because the sisters have not been corrected at any, I ain't gonna say at any point, because they have been throughout our history, you know what I'm saying, with Moses and, you know what I'm saying, under Christ and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Our sisters were more in order with Paul and schools and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say our sisters have always been out of order. Right. What I will say is, in the last 40, 50 years, our sisters have been out of order as a whole. So before y'all get in here, nah, nigga, that ain't you. I ain't never did it. Listen, a brother told me this once, right? He said it was so simple, but it was heavy as hell. Shout him out. He said, if it don't apply, let it fly.
Let it fly. Calm down.
He told me that back in 2009, and that stuck with me to this day. Your reaction says that it must apply.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because there was a time I was having a conversation, right? I'm a pastor, Shalom. There was a time I was having a conversation, me and my partners, right? We was out, you know what I'm saying, a couple chicks, we hanging out, right? And the brother was going in on, you know what I'm saying, how females be scandalous and, you know what I'm saying, certain shit that females do.
Right.
And I was an ain't shit nigga. Let's keep it all the way, right? But when I say but in the world, because of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I got up and I went to work and I made sure that my kids didn't go without. That's why I'm saying that I wasn't an ain't shit nigga and why I wasn't a deadbeat, because I was in my kids' lives. Right. I was active in their lives. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that so niggas could put a nigga on a pedestal or nothing like that, right? Because that's our job. You see what I'm saying? If you created him, you take care of him. It's that simple. Now, unless you want to be this, you know what I'm saying, this Godzilla type female and want to make you go through hell, you know what I'm saying, to see him or her, okay, fine. Don't bend your knee to Baal under no circumstances. And some of you niggas have had kids with Baal. And some of you niggas have bent the knee for Baal. And some of you niggas is fucked up because of it. Y'all heard the video that I played a couple weeks ago? The brother crying. The brother's in tears. All because he wanted to see his kid. You see what I'm saying? And so, my point of saying that is, there's no need of getting defensive. There's no need of trying to throw insults if what I'm saying don't apply to you. Not only that though, but let's just say that it don't apply to you on the ball. Does that make what I'm saying less true because it doesn't apply to you as an individual? Right. What is we talking about then? You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead, Shalomar.
No, I was gonna put a precept. I would mention it.
Depending on what it is. What you got?
Ecclesiastes 26:23.
Let me see if
you might have a wicked woman is given as a portion.
Yes, you can pull that one because it's gonna help me transition.
Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 26 and verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, every time these type of situations arise, you know what I'm saying? Women going in shows, disrespecting their husband, you know what I'm saying? The Megan Stallion in the world, you know, all the drama in the black community that stems in our so-called relationships. I always remember this scripture right here, because we always gonna see the wickedness of what these women do, because they go so far left with it. They so overly dramatic with the dumb shit that they do. Excuse my language. Yeah. But we gotta keep in mind that if they have a righteous head that could correct them and guide them, you see what I'm saying? We wouldn't be reading about this headline in the first place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This wouldn't be on the news in the first place, because that woman would have been guided properly. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have been trying to go to Chris Brown shows to lust after him on her birthday or whatever the hell it was. Yeah. You would have been strong enough to say, sit your ass down somewhere. We don't first of all, we don't celebrate birthdays to begin with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't do none of that to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever in your life think you're gonna go lust after another man with me, you need to get far away from me. There would be no argument to be had.
Right.
She would have needed to explain that she got carried away or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She would have known already that that's out of order, that's out of bounds. The fact that she didn't know. The fact that she even did, the fact that she was got as far as married with this brother.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The world considers marriage.
Right.
And she didn't know that was crossing the boundary. That lets you know that he never said he boundary to her. So
you dig what I'm saying? And everything that you said is on point, right? And so with all that being said, here's the other side of it, right? So now I gave y'all the side, you know what I'm saying, and I got it to sisters, rightfully so. And I don't take back the words that I said, again, because it might not apply to you as an individual, but as we can see from these stories that I did not write myself, it applies. But here's the other side of it, right? As a man, knowing how these concerts play out, as a man, you taking your woman to that concert shows how little control you have over your woman, or you're overly confident that you can take your woman to a concert and she won't disrespect you like that. You see what I'm saying? Here's the other side of it, right? You brothers, again, some of you brothers are in relationships with females that you got with when they was in relationships with other dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of you niggas don't want to admit that.
Right.
But it's the truth in a lot of cases. You saw that broad, you wanted that broad, you knew she had a dude, and you didn't give a damn. So now here's my question to all you niggas out there who jabbed and jabbed and jabbed and jabbed and jabbed until you cracked this broad that you knew had a dude. If you was able to crack her knowing she had a dude, what the fuck make you think she won't do the same thing to you?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And if you one of them niggas that got a broad that was with a dude, and then she fucked around and did the same thing to you, you got nobody to blame but yourself.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? For you brothers that don't know your woman enough to where you know that if you take this broad to this concert, there's a chance that she's gonna let this nigga pull her up on stage. Shame on you for not knowing the type of broad you're dealing with.
Right.
And if you know that she had these kind of traits that you got with her anyway, double shame on you. Because again, it shows that you love whores. So you can get mad all you want to, but the only nigga motherfucker you should be getting mad at is your goddamn self for being so goddamn stupid. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you was on a date with this bitch and every time her phone got by the way, she flipped that motherfucker over real quick, or she tucking that motherfucker like it's a football trying to keep it from getting stripped, that should tell you what the hell is going on.
Right.
If y'all not even in a relationship yet, meaning y'all ain't did nothing, y'all just going on dates, and the phone is off completely, that's something you should be paying attention to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But to you grimy ass niggas out here, so you super filthy grimy ass niggas out here, whose sole purpose is to show how much of a Mac you are, show how much game you got. By trying to spit out another nigga's broad, you ain't shit nigga. I don't give a fuck how much money you got, and I don't give a damn how many records you sold, and I don't give a damn how much success you have accomplished in Esau's kingdom. You ain't shit nigga.
Right.
You understand? I said it. I don't give a fuck. Listen, you got a problem with it? Nigga, come to class, then we can talk about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got no problem with it whatsoever. Why am I saying that? Because you're destroying households.
Right.
And all you care about is that 15 minutes of passion. And the sad part about it is you're going to crack the bitch and send her on her way. That's the even worse part about it. And you don't even care. You dig what I'm saying? In order to have that type of mentality, because I'm going to tell you right now, Chris could say that he didn't know, right? And let's just say for the sake of this conversation, he didn't know, right? What should he have hid? It's that fucking simple. You see this broad standing next to this dude, chances are she's there with this dude.
Right.
Because, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, ain't no niggas pulling up to no goddamn Chris Brown concert.
Facts.
Unless you're on the left-hand side.
Right.
And you damn sure not finna sit up front at one of this dude's concerts by yourself.
Right.
Me and my brothers, I fuck with his music, don't get me wrong. Dude is talented as hell. But you're not gonna catch me at this dude's concert with my brothers. You're not gonna catch me at this dude's concert solo.
Facts.
It's not happening. So, chances are, you look into the crowd, you see this broad, she's standing next to this dude, chances are they're together. But if you was a righteous brother and had an ounce of dignity in you, you'd ask. You see what I'm saying? That's what a brother with an ounce of fucking integrity would do. Go ahead, shout him out.
Nah, man, I got 2 points to make. That's what he's saying is so true. And that's the reason that when the disciples asked Christ, what was the most important commandment? He said, fear of the Lord out thy heart and love thy brother as thyself.
Done.
Because if you loved your brother the way you love yourself, you would never in your life, you would be afraid of breaking up a black household.
Done.
You would be terrified of possibly defiling another man's woman. Because that's my brother, I can't do that to him, I don't want nobody to do that to me. And if you, let's say she was single, for argument's sake. Let's say Chris Brown had his defense, I had no idea, I thought she was single. If we loved our women and respected our women more, you would never want to defile her on stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
Done.
You would never want to see her on stage being sexualized. Don't we love to say that men love sexualizing because we shouldn't be sexualized? But then you be the first one to go on stage and sexualize your goddamn self for Chris Brown when he don't give a damn. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the city we go.
You see, Go
ahead, brother.
No, I was gonna say like, but that's the reason that we can't look up to these celebrities. That's the reason that we can't look up to the people that the white man put in front of our eyes as a poster goddamn child.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? These ain't leaders.
No.
These ain't people to take inspiration from or to take advice from. They just there to get paid the best way they know how, which is dishonoring you and your family, which is breaking up your household, which is traumatizing your children. Because now mom and daddy ain't gonna be together no more because of Chris Brown. How many people probably got that sad, ridiculous sad story? You see what I'm saying? So
shoot him, McGall.
Honestly, sir, what Alderman said is real. Like that's, and I'm gonna double down on it. I can guarantee you, like 99% of all the broads in there feel like they're criticism. So now he gets up there and he feels like 100% of the women in here are mine.
Yeah.
So when now he gets on stage, he see, like you said, I'm putting myself in a position of like seeing it. It's like you look out, you see one dude, blah, blah, like, I'm gonna assume he's black. Like he didn't even think about whether or not this is his wife. So the burden of it being on the husband, like, bro, like, he was such a weak man. You sitting in the front row,
right,
with your wife at a Chris Brown concert, knowing what he thinks. The average man knows what Chris Brown is about. Chris Brown's most recent hit, I think, is that residuals. Like, who's getting the residuals? Like, he's literally talking about giving you the nothings, the dregs, the leftovers, and the women in the concert eating it up. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So it's like I don't know. It basically, it's the overall. Is what I'm trying to say is like, we just got to do better as people. Like,
no doubt about it.
Each individual party has to do better.
Absolutely. No, you're 1,000% correct. And that right there is the bottom line to everything I'm talking about right now. Yes, sisters got to do better, but guess what? Brothers have to do better as well. We as a nation have to do better. You see what I'm saying? How is it that you can, you know what I'm saying? Again, and a lot of y'all go to church every Sunday and swear and down that y'all love God, right? But yet you'll defy yourself like that. You see what I'm saying? And that's the sad part about it. You see what I'm saying? And this is where the stereotypes come from. This is where the byword comes from. This is why we're made to look like fools. You see what I'm saying? Now maybe the brother wasn't given the benefit of the doubt because he threw all her shit out and he divorced her, according to the reports. Maybe he did it on purpose. Maybe to see what she was on. Maybe he was trying to get rid of her anyway, and that right there was all he needed, you know what I'm saying, to go to court and say, see, she's a treacherous whore, and I wash my hands on her. Maybe, right? But I will give him props for having enough strength to say, yeah, bitch, you gotta go. That's fine. Right? So I get a better credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole bunch of y'all that would have went home looking like Tom did. You know what I'm saying? When he took his wife to dinner on Boondocks. Remember that? And Usher was at the restaurant. A lot of you niggas would have been like Tom. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all niggas is with Sarah, just like Tom is. You know what I'm saying? Or Tom was. A lot of y'all niggas is Tom. Y'all don't want to admit it, but a lot of y'all are Tom. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of you bitches out there are the Negro versions of Sarah. As soon as you see a celebrity, you just melt. And it just go to show, and again, right? And I'll spend more time on this than I actually planned, right? But it's just sad though, because according to Esau, when you go get that piece of paper, it's supposed to mean something. Right. And the fact that all that love and all that respect went out the window because a celebrity stuck his hand out, and you was willing to put everything on the line for a couple of hours with this dude, because he's not going to stay with you. He has a tour in a whole other city that he got to get to. And there's going to be broads in that city that look way better than you. You see what I'm saying? Okay. You think he's going to be impressed because you was willing to later? He's going to see you as nothing more than, you know what I'm saying, one of them hoes I ran across in the city that I was in that night. But again, it just goes to show you how little value that y'all actually put on marriage. The fact that you had that kiss with that man and said, oh, I didn't cheat, I just got carried away. That's just how little respect that you have for your husband, yourself, and your marriage. And to every other broad that's married and allowed themselves to be pulled on stage. You know what I'm saying? None of y'all have respect for yourselves. The fact that you even drugged this dude to a concert, knowing that he really didn't even want to go, but you probably threatened to hold out on the nigga if he didn't go. Had the nigga pay. I believe the average ticket for them concerts is $800. $1,600. So who knows how much that brother had to save up to even get the tickets, just so you can emasculate him in front of the whole goddamn world. Shame on you. But again, shame on these brothers at these concerts that is doing this shit. You see what I'm saying? Shame on these brothers. Chris, Usher, any of them. Shame on any of you niggas that don't take the time to at least ask these bras if they're in a relationship or not. Right? So I've done enough talking. Let's see what the Bible had to say about brothers like Chris and Usher and these cats. Give me Ecclesiastes 9:9. That's how we gonna do that. Fuck what I'm talking about. Because I can sit here for the rest of class and go in on these whole ass niggas. Because yeah, I said it earlier, dude is talented. And he's made some great music and he's a hell of a dancer. Although he's a Michael Jackson ripoff, no problem. We all got our game from somewhere and from somebody. So I'm not gonna knock him for that. Because again, dude is hella talented. However, you a scumbag ass nigga. And any of you niggas that make music bragging about fucking on another nigga's girl, you a scumbag ass nigga. You think your money makes you less of a scumbag? No, nigga. The fact that you gonna sleep with that broad and send her home probably didn't give the bitch a chance to take a shower or none of that. So she gotta go home leaking to this nigga. And chances are, her trifling ass probably ain't gonna take a shower. She gonna get right up in the bed and get the kissing and hugging up on you. How do I know? Because we just read the story earlier about the broad having 2 baby showers with 2 different niggas. So don't tell me that I'm sitting here tripping. Right. Don't tell me I'm making this shit up. Right. Read it, brother.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, beginning of verse 9. This is in the Apocrypha. Mm-hmm. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine.
At the wine, right? What does at the wine mean? For time's sake, I'll give it to y'all. At the bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be. You met this broad at work. You find out she got a dude and all that, and then you go to the bar. You see her at the bar, and you pull up on her. You know what I'm saying? And buy all her drinks for her. Don't do that. Keep going.
Lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction.
You see what I'm saying? The more drinking y'all do, the more the lust intensifies. You was lusting after her anyway. That's why you started buying the drinks in the first damn place. The first time she came to the job, you started lusting after her, right? Because she having some sweats that was probably 2 sizes too small in the first goddamn place. Chances are. And so you still that's in relationships and y'all go to work looking like y'all for sale and then get mad when niggas is trying to holler at you. You got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Have some pride in yourself and how you carry yourself and how you conduct yourself.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Now, give me Matthew 5 and 27. I want you to read 27 and 28 for me, all right? Let's get some more.
Chapter 5?
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, beginning at verse 27.
Uh-huh.
And this is the words of Christ reading and read.
Uh-huh.
Ye have heard it said, you have heard that it was said by them of old time,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt not commit adultery.
Uh-huh.
Verse 28. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her, have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
You understand what I'm saying? So for those that don't know, even though even Christians know what adultery is, they just don't give a damn.
Right.
Because they do it all the time. Not my pastor, yeah, I know. He's not sleeping with another man's woman, he's sleeping with another man's child. Okay, no problem. Got you. No problem. Bottom line is this, right? So those that don't know, adultery is when a man sleeps with another man's woman.
Right.
That's what adultery is, right? Christ is saying, if you lust for her in your mind, I'm paraphrasing, but if you lust for her in your mind, you have already committed adultery. Now, can anybody tell me why Chris chose that broad and pulled that broad on stage? Anybody online? Before I come in, anybody online know the answer? Got any questions or comments?
Wow, sir.
You got it.
I believe he did it specifically because he wanted to know if he could pull her. Like if she was really attached to this man or if he, you know what I'm saying? And if so, how attached, you know what I'm saying? In that, if he could pull her, which we see that he did.
You own to it, and that's a strong possibility. Mm-hmm. There's something else though. Why?
He seen her and said, "Ooh, we," and wanted her.
That's why.
It's like put it plain. He seen her.
Yeah, that's why. Because he seen her and he lusted after her in his heart. That's why. You gotta think about it. You listen. What I'm about to say, I mean no disrespect whatsoever, and it's probably gonna come off that way, but I promise y'all, because I truly love my sisters, I mean no disrespect at all, right? But I have yet to see a video go viral with Chris Brown pulling a sister on stage, right? That's built like Rikishi. I probably went back too far with Rikishi. So some of you, I probably lost some of you niggas, right? So let me think of somebody more current. Let me see.
What's her name? Lizzo.
Oh, there you go. Well, no. She been in the gym.
No, she's still.
The point that I'm trying to make is, okay, I've yet to see Chris Brown put a broad on stage that looked like Monique did back in '97.
Right.
How about that? I've yet to see him put a broad on stage that looked like Precious. How about that? Right? Does that fit? Right? Y'all picking up what I'm laying down now? So, the reason why he picks the type of broads that he picks is because he sees them in the crowd and he's lusting after them. And Christ just said that if you lust after them in your mind, you've already committed adultery. Right. So all you niggas at the job that work at goddamn Amazon and work at Fanatics, right? And I'm missing Fanatics because it's a Fanatic warehouse around the corner from my slave. And I see them broads, and they all young, and they walk around with goddamn bonnets and pajama pants on, right? And goddamn flip-flops. So already, you know, and half of them got a blunt in their mouth. So already you've made yourself a target. Oh, you smoke? I smoke too. Right. You don't say. You didn't already set yourself up. You see what I'm saying? You come to work in pajamas that you've probably been wearing all week, right? Coming to work in a goddamn bonnet that you've been wearing since fucking January, right? That's how you come to work. But because you're able to fill them pajamas up, niggas don't care about none of that. Don't care that baby daddy at home watching the kids while you at work, and then when you come home, he go to work. They don't care about none of that. What time you say he get off? We read about it in Proverbs last week. The good man took his money, and he's on the journey. I'm paraphrasing, but y'all get the point. Mm-hmm. So all you niggas that's at the job lusting after these Amazon hoes and after these Fanatics hoes and all that, just because you haven't had her, don't mean that you're not lusting after her in your mind. And you niggas is committing adultery. So back to what Magal said earlier, you know what I'm saying? As a nation, when the scriptures say love that brother as thyself, love that neighbor as thyself, that's what it's talking about. Not lusting after another man's woman. You know what I'm saying? If you're a woman and you belong to this man right here, show that man some respect. You respected him enough to marry him. You respected him enough to give your body to him. But you don't respect him enough to not get on that stage. It says a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody has any last questions or comments on that topic, go ahead and type it in now or ask your question now. If not, we about to get into Esau. All right? We about to get into the topic of Esau. Let me fix that. I don't need niggas clipping that up and trying to paint me as one of these rainbow niggas. So we're gonna talk about Esau, and we're gonna go in depth about the topic of Esau. That's how we gonna do that. Nobody got nothing? All right, cool. So I did a video the other day on TikTok. I actually kill all things, by the way, shameless plug, no problem. Right? I did a video about Esau the other day, and I did a video about all these brothers who lost their lives at the hands of Esau. And some cracker who doesn't even know how to spell Esau went in there and told me that I'm wrong about who Esau is. Right? So I took the time to politely correct that young man, right? But I thank him. Why? Because he gave me the opportunity to go further in depth in who Esau truly is, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, right? And we're going to look up who Esau is. That's what we're going to do. So let's do that. I believe it's on page 142, if I'm not mistaken, because I just did it. Let me see. It is, to be specific, right? It is, let's see here. You got 156 is where I want you to start. And then I want you to go to, you're going to read the definition of Esau on 156. And then I want you to go to 141 when you're done. All right? 156 and 141. This is the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, page 156. Shoot it, brother.
This is the definition of Esau under the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Mm-hmm. Esau, Herod, firstborn of twin brothers, Esau and Jacob, sons of Isaac and Rebekah. Sold his birthright for a mess of pottage to his brother. Married 2 Hittite women. Sought to kill Jacob for tricking him out of Isaac's blessing.
He did what?
sought to kill Jacob for tricking him out of Isaac's blessing.
Sought to love his brother.
Sought to kill Jacob
for
tricking him out of Isaac's blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Later reconciled to Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Scripture sometimes uses Esau as the name of the land of Edom, in which his descendants lived.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said 141.
Yes, please.
Was it Edom or Edom?
Edom. Check this out. Mm-hmm. But wait, there's more.
Damn right.
Edom, Edomites, the nation and its people, who were the descendants of Esau.
Who?
The descendants of Esau.
Of Jacob.
Of Esau. He founded the country, so his name is equated with Edom.
Mm-hmm.
The country was also called Seir, or Mount Seir, which was the name of the territory in which the Edomites lived. The kingdom of Edom was founded during the 13th century BC, according to archaeological evidence.
According to what?
Archaeological evidence. In the process of about 4 centuries, the government of Edom changed from one under tribal chiefs to a monarchy. Saul fought against the Edomites, but David conquered them and put garrisons throughout the whole land.
Scroll down a little bit to the last paragraph on Edom before the next definition.
Okay. Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God.
Who was given all kind of mercy.
Not given any promise of mercy from God.
See what I'm saying? So now, again, this is not my book, right? For those that don't know, this Zondervan's Bible Dictionary was put together by a bunch of scholars, right? Whose sole purpose was to prove that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were not the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. But through all their years of studying and research, what did they find out? Anybody?
That they were wrong.
That they were wrong. But Prophet Yahweh Shai, he put the spirit on him to put this dictionary together anyway.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? And so now we have the Bible dictionary. Bible. I'm emphasizing Bible dictionary for a reason. Because y'all swear that y'all know the Bible. And y'all swear that y'all believe in the Bible. And y'all swear that y'all know the Bible.
Right.
Just read it from the Bible dictionary, right? Because this is what we do in here. We are the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. Right?
Right.
Give me Genesis 25 and 25. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. When we done with this, and you niggas still walk away from this saying, man, that can't be Esau. No, ain't no way in hell. That means that you have a love affair with Esau, and you need to seek counsel. Straight up. Because there's nothing else I can do for you after this. Shoot it, brother.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, beginning at verse 25.
You got it.
And the first came out red, all over, like a hairy garment.
He came out like what?
Red, all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
So now let me ask y'all something, right? Now we read verse 25 and we read verse 26, right? So now 25 says, and the first came out red and hairy all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Verse 26 says, and after that came his brother out and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name is called Jacob.
Right.
What did you notice about 25 and 26 that should make you start asking questions? Yeah, give y'all online a couple seconds, right? Because when I first heard this, because I never heard this in church, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard Genesis the 25th chapter, right? But when I heard this was back when we was back in the library when I was still in California when we was holding class in the Fontana Library. And this was brought out, and it stood out to me way back then. And because the Lord has allowed me to be in this truth for so long, it stands out even more today as more and more articles and reports come out about Esau. What stands out about 25 and 26? Give anybody online a shot. Anybody online know what stands out? If not, McGaw, do you notice something that stands out? Trying to engage with my brothers and sisters online, man. I'm trying to see what y'all talking about, what y'all own online. Y'all niggas, y'all watching, y'all wait, what's going on?
So when I read verse 25 and 26, basically, I'm all right. So I see two twins. I see the twin brothers. I see like polar opposites. I see two different things. Like I see one brother, he was named because of how he looks, and I guess the other brother was named after what he did, or something like that. Like when I'm looking at it, it don't look like it's a reason that they was named what they were named in the jump. Like
that's true, but you said something that puts you right there, right? Go back to 25. You said something very important.
You said it.
And you pretty much answered the question.
That they were named for how they looked.
Yes, that's true. But there's something that you notice in 25 that you see in 25 that you don't see in 26. What is it that you see in 25 that you don't see in 26?
The color of the men.
Yes. To lay it down, you're correct. Here's the thing. The Bible describes Esau.
Right.
The Bible doesn't describe Jacob.
Right.
The reason why the Bible describes Esau is because he came out like something that they've never seen before. Right. He came out looking like it's so easy a caveman can do a nigga. He came out like that dude.
Yeah. When I read it, like, just reading it, like, with fresh eyes like that, it's it's like I'm looking at like a grumpy old Troy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm looking at a gnome or some shit. So
you can go with that too, though.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm looking at like
yeah, that works.
It's weird. Like I'm looking at something that never existed.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to call it. That shit hairy as fucking is ready for it. Look like a gnome. I don't know. He eats something.
Go ahead, Shalom.
If I could, this is such a powerful scripture when it comes to understanding how much better you are than your enemy. Because even scientists will tell you today that black people existed before white people. Mm-hmm. And we're looking at the birth of white people right here.
Yeah.
In this chapter and verse. You know what I'm saying? So
it's
really important.
Yeah, it really is. But see, and you're not wrong at all. The thing is, though, right? For those who don't believe that Esau is the forefather or the progenitor of the so-called white man,
right?
Who else on this planet is red and hairy all over? Now, as y'all know by now, I drive cement trucks for slavery, right? And we are in the middle of the summer in Las Vegas.
Right.
So we know it's frying out there, right? Anybody want to take a wild guess what Esau looks like that drives cement trucks with me? Anybody want to take a wild guess what they look like when they've been in that sun for a few minutes?
Red and hairy.
Fuck is we talking about? Us, on the other hand, we still look like us.
Right.
Esau, listen, man, for time's sake, because I want to clown and talk about what they look like when they get out them trucks and how the steam be coming off the top of their heads and all that shit. But for time's sake, I won't do that. Right? But when I see that, it further confirms what the Bible is saying about Esau, right? Drop down to verse 30, brother.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage.
With that what?
That same red pottage. For I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
His name was called what?
Edom.
His name was called Edom, right? So now, what can we say about that red pottage? Anybody online? Why would the pottage red? Well, before we get to that, right? Well, y'all can type it in if y'all know. But let's give some more clues to who Esau is, right? I'm gonna read this, right? This is Genesis 25 and 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So now, I'm not even gonna cover the Esau part of it. I'm gonna cover the Jacob side of it. So now, Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So now, I'm gonna ask y'all, based on history, past and present, who does Jacob sound like? He's a plain man dwelling in the tents. Let me go to the blue letter real quick, right? Let me go to the blue letter, and I'm going to look up plain real quick, right? Let's go to the Zondervans. I mean, not the Zondervans. We're gonna go to the blue letter, and we're gonna go to the concordance, right? And we're gonna look up plain. Perfect, complete, one who lacks nothing in physical strength, beauty, and etc. Sound and wholesome, an ordinary, quiet sort of person. Complete, morally innocent, having integrity. Last definition, one who is morally and ethically pure. So, I'm going to ask the question again. Based on Genesis 25 and 27, who does Jacob sound like? We'll go.
To me, he sounds like either Abel or Cain. I mean, not Cain. Abel or Job. He sounds like an upright man, a plain man. You know what I'm saying? He had, but he didn't. He was obedient to God. Like that's basically what I'm hearing.
You're on it. There's more to it though. You're not wrong. I'm just looking for a little bit more. Now think about what I just said. I just said you was on it. So what should you do? If you're on it, that means you're right there, right? So you're in the right direction, meaning don't go nowhere else. Think about some of the examples that you just gave. And see, the problem is because of what Esau has done to this empire that we're in. Damn, if I say that, that's going to give it away. It's hard to see it today, right? It's hard to see it. But at one point in time, right, and today, damn, I can't even say it either because that's going to give it away, right? Damn. Now, okay, for time's sake, because I got some videos I want to play, and I got some more scriptures, right? That's the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel, right? That's what's describing, right? Why am I saying that? Who was the laws given to? According to Psalms 147. It was given to Jacob, right? Genesis just described Jacob as a plain man dwelling in tents, right? When we function, where do we usually function for the most part? Shalom. Or You said home or
Intent.
that's true for time's sake. Or somebody else's home.
Oh, count. Yeah.
We're not gonna throw the party at our house.
We're gonna go to somebody else's house.
I mean, come on, man.
Count.
Think about it. That describes Jacob to a T. That's us. Meanwhile, when they talk about Esau, it called him a cunning hunter.
Right.
A man of the field.
Right.
So now, with the exception of a few Esau pole riders that are amongst our tribes, unfortunately, what does Esau do best? Put on camouflage and hide in trees. You know, what the fuck is we talking about? They called him a cunning hunter, which means what? He's slick. So he'll cover himself in mud, just like Schwarzenegger did on Predator. Right? What did he do? He went up in there and he covered himself in camouflage. But what was he looking to do? And I'm not saying he was wrong in that sense. But what was he looking to do? He was looking to kill.
Facts.
But I can guarantee y'all, Predator was made after Esau.
Right.
Matter of fact, Predator and Esau damn near look alike.
Right.
When Predator took that goddamn mask off, is that not like how does that not look like how a white bitch wake up in the morning?
Count.
I'm just saying though, before they pile all that makeup on and all that shit, them bitches look just like Predator when he take his mask on. Teeth this goddamn big. They get the roaring and shit. Why? Because they ain't got no makeup on and they ain't had no coffee yet. Right. If that doesn't describe the so-called white women, I don't know what does. All you gotta do is turn on Grey's Anatomy. All these goddamn shows that show these white bitches in high positions. What do? They cover their face up because they don't want you to see them. They damn sure don't want you to get close enough to smell their breath. Why? Because their breath smell like that same goddamn swamp water that Schwarzenegger was camouflaging himself in. Go ahead, brother.
Particularly the ones, this is real life, the ones in Britain, the ones in Europe.
Come on, man.
Europe, mouth destroyed.
Come on, man. Them niggas got teeth on top of teeth. You know what I'm saying? They teeth is having a struggle with themselves. They battling for position in their mouth. You understand? It's a war of biblical proportions around this motherfucker. Hold on, before the wheels fall off this class, let me stay on track, cause listen, man, I can do this for the rest. I can spend the next 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying, cracking on Esau. But for context and for historical purposes, we need to lay this down because Esau think that we just a bunch of angry niggas that are, black fatigue is what I saw in one of the comments. You know. Oh, another example. How can I blame a white man for my troubles and shit like that, right? So now, this is why I'm gonna cover the rest of this, right? Give me Genesis 36:1. Let's do that.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36. Right? Beginning at verse 1.
Shoot.
Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom.
Read it again.
Verse 36, chapter 36, beginning at verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom.
Who is Edom, right? Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Right? Now, let's wrap this up in a nice little bow. Okay. Drop down to verse 8.
Verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Read it again, please.
Verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Esau is Edom, who dwelt in Mount Seir. Still don't believe me? Still think I'm just making all this up, right? Give me Ezekiel 35:2, please.
35.
Please. Give me 35:2.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, beginning at verse 2.
Sorry. Start at verse 1, please.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, beginning at verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
Against who?
Mount Seir. And prophesy against it. Verse 3, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
I am with thee.
I am against thee.
We are one and the same.
I am against thee.
Stop right there, right? And I got the brother stopping right there for a reason, right? Because y'all know we usually drop down to, verse 5 and all that. We gonna get there, right? But before I do that, now, right, we should know who Esau is. And we should know that Mount Seir is in the Caucasus Mountains, right? Right? And so now we all know what the so-called white man calls itself, right, in a politically correct fashion. And for those that don't know, right, when you fill out an application, regardless of the application, what is the description of the so-called white man on most applications? And I'm emphasizing most because I know some whole ass thing goes, it didn't say it on this. Shut the fuck up, man. On most applications, how does it describe the so-called white man? Anybody. Online first. How does it describe the so-called white man on the application? What does it ask? When it's asking for your nationality and it has a list of the different nationalities, what does it say for the so-called white man? I'll wait. Because, Shalom, we're making all this stuff up. The notes that I put together for this class and all that, I put this together out of my mind. These scriptures I'm reading are not actual scriptures out the Bible. These are scriptures that I personally wrote. I did this, right? I went underground, right? And I had these two tables, right? And the Lord talked to me in a vision, right? And I wrote these things on these stones, right? Because I had a vision from the Lord personally. He personally visited me. And he told me to write these things down, right? Who do I sound like? I'm saying that all that for a reason. Who does that sound like? Anybody know?
The white man.
Yes, but no. Specifically. Because y'all was never a part of his religion for time's sake. Joseph Smith.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
who is Joseph Smith? You know who he is, though, right?
A Christian pastor.
Yes, but no.
Is he the guy who started the Mormon religion?
There you go.
Okay, come on.
And that's supposedly how he came up with that book.
That's crazy.
Just saying. Nobody online, nobody knows the answer? Nobody knows the answer, right? Wow, nobody.
It's like, can you ask for time?
On most applications, when it lists the different races of people, what does it list for the so-called white man? You got the answer? Nobody online? You gotta be fucking kidding. So either nobody's watching or niggas is sleep watching. McGaw, give it to him. Who is it? What does it say? Caucasian, man. What is we talking about? It says Caucasian. Why? Because Esau comes from the Caucasus Mountains, aka Mount Seir. For those that think I'm making all this up. Y'all called yourselves Caucasians. The Lord didn't give you that name. The Lord gave you Esau, and your name was later changed to Edom, according to the Bible. Y'all called yourselves Caucasian. Y'all call yourselves white. I'm looking at this wall. This wall is white. Y'all ain't white. The letters on that goddamn banner is white. Y'all not white.
Right.
Y'all gave yourself the biblical description of y'all is red. And when you niggas in the sun for 3 minutes, you niggas look like tomatoes. I could put you niggas in a pot of spaghetti. That's how red you niggas is. What the fuck is you talking about? Redder than the goddamn cup this brother drinking out of. And you gonna tell me that the so-called white man is not Esau? You an ignorant son of a bitch and you don't even know your history.
That's right.
How dare you come at a goddamn priest of God and question us on what the hell we know? Like we just up here making all this shit up because we ain't got nothing better to do. The reality of it is, you crackers hate being called out for your crimes.
That's right.
Y'all hate taking accountability for what the fuck y'all been doing for the last 400 years.
Right.
Y'all hate the thought of it because it's so heinous and despicable and disgusting. That's the reality of the situation. Y'all don't want to be called out for y'all crime. That's why one of the first things y'all do is say, well, black people kill black people all the time. How the fuck does that change the fact that my people is hanging from trees in 2026?
Right.
How do you explain that away? You're gonna tell me some devil had the nerve to say, oh, there was 216 killings in Chicago and it was all black on black crime. Did you speak on that? As a matter of fact, you fucking cracker, I did. Not only me, but Captain Marquardt in Chicago, who's the head of Chicago. Captain Marquardt speaks on the black on black crime in Chicago. We all speak on black crime. Why? Because we want black people to stop hating each other and loving each other. So we're gonna definitely speak on the black on black crime and how the black on black crime needs to stop and how the hatred amongst black and brown people needs to stop. However, with that being said, we are not gonna stop pointing out what the hell you've been doing. We will never stop talking about Esau. Why? Because the Lord said so in Ezekiel 35:2. He said, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, is what he said. He didn't say try to make marriages with them. He didn't say try to come together with them. He didn't say hold hands with them. He said prophesy against Mount Seir. And he prophesied the death and destruction of Mount Seir, and we'll get to it later. But what I want y'all to know is why the Lord is coming up against Mount Seir and why the Lord wants us to come up against Esau and prophesy against Esau, Edom, Mount Seir, whatever the fuck you cave dwellers want to call yourselves in 2026. Because you know what I'm going to call you? I'm going to call you the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. What I'm going to call you. I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. You know why? Because your people have been enslaving my people. Your people have had a bloodthirsty lust for my people.
Right.
And y'all got the nerve to come up against me and my brothers because we call y'all out for y'all bullshit?
Right.
How dare you? Give me that Richardson, Texas video real quick, brother, if you could. Watch, hey, I want y'all to watch something, right? Because one of the brothers in the comments on the video that I did, he asked me if I knew about this story, and I didn't. And I thanked the brother, and I said, hey, man, if you can, tune in, because I'm going to speak on it, right? This happened in Richardson, Texas, right? Bust it down, brother, please.
Two arrested in connection to Richardson shooting that left teen paralyzed. Richardson police arrested two suspects related to a shooting earlier this week that left a Richardson ISD student paralyzed. 18-year-old Taylor Griffin and 17-year-old Charles Webster were arrested and charged with engaging in organized criminal activity. The shooting left Seth Jackson, a Richardson high school student, paralyzed from the waist down.
Now, read those two names again. The two names of the cats that was charged and arrested.
Taylor Griffin and Charles Webster.
Okay, so now, while you do that, look and see if there's anything in there that talks about the brother in the type of brother that he was. I'm not sure if it's in that article, but there's an article that talks about that brother. So if it's not in that one, while I'm about to bust it down real quick, I want you to look that brother up, get his name, and talk about some of his accolades, right? The one dude's name was Taylor Griffin, right? And what the other dude's name?
Charles Webster.
Taylor Griffin and Charles Webster, right? I went on the Richardson Police Department's website, right? And I typed in Taylor Griffin's nationality. Anybody want to take a wild guess what popped up? For time's sake, I'm going to give it to y'all. Nothing. When I typed up the other dude, I forgot his name already, but I typed up the other dude. I typed up his nationality. You know what popped up? Nothing. Right? Because I wanted to make sure that before I taught on this, I knew exactly what the hell I was talking about. The fact. Oh, hold on. Before I finish that, hold on. You know what else I looked for, y'all? I looked for mugshots on both of these dudes. And you know what I found? Everybody? Nothing. How convenient. Now, who can tell me why that's relevant? Anybody? Why is that so important? Shout them out. Yes. We all know, had it been two brothers who shot at Esau, we all know their name, likeness, and image would be plastered all over the internet. How do I know? Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
He's known as the watermelon felon. Where's y'all names at for Taylor Griffin? Right? And here's the other thing that I want y'all to know. Because it wasn't in that particular article, right? For time's sake, I'm gonna let y'all know. He seen some of his mans in a fight, and he went over to help, right? Is that not the same thing that Moses did? Now, I'm not comparing him to Moses. My point is, this is a brother that saw his brothers in a bad spot, and he went to go help, right? The brother tried to run away. I'm emphasizing that for a reason. Why am I emphasizing that for a reason? What happened to that brother as he was running away? Who can tell me? Shout him out. No. What happened to that brother? Mind you, he was running away. I want y'all to sit on that. What happened? He was shot. Now, how much of a threat can you be when you're running away from a fucking situation? He was shot. But yet there's no mugshots. And there's no identity. And there's no pictures. You get what I'm saying? What do we, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is Esau, right? This is Esau. Real quick, right? Shalom, do me a favor. I want you to grab the next story for me, right? The Tierra Monica video. It's like if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, right? Shalom, I want you to do me a favor while he's pulling up the next story. Grab me Genesis 27, 40 and 41. Genesis 27 and 41. Because the Richardson shooting in this video right here is going to make even more sense. And it's going to tie this in even more. Please read it, brother.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 41.
Uh-huh.
And Esau.
And who?
And Esau.
Uh-huh.
Hated Jacob.
Loved him.
Hated Jacob.
Wanted to make amends.
Hated Jacob.
Uh-huh.
Because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Stop right there. Esau is mad at Jacob and he hated Jacob because of the blessing that he got from his father, right? But who can remember what we read in Genesis the 25th chapter? Who can remember? Anybody remember? For time's sake, Shalom.
He sold his birthright.
He did what? He sold his birthright, right? So now go back to Genesis 27 and 41. Hey, Shalom, sir. Y'all watching the What's going on, sir? Nigga Lahab in the building. What's going on? Man, my nigga Lahab, man.
This is the book of Lahab.
Yeah. Man, right there. Love that brother. But go ahead, though. Slaki.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41.
Uh-huh.
And Esau hated Jacob.
Esau hated Jacob.
Because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Now, does that not sound like Esau to you?
Right.
You sold your birthright and then get mad because another nigga got it.
Right.
Forgetting that you sold it. Right? Real quick, shout him out while you put on that next story. Give me Hebrews 12 and 16 real quick, please. We're going to drive this home. Now, for time's sake, I usually ask y'all, but for time's sake, I'm going to give it to y'all. He just read in Genesis, now he's going to Hebrews. What is he doing? What did I ask the brother to do? Give me something from the old, give me something from the new.
Right.
This way, this shut all you whole ass niggas up.
Right.
And I'm going to give y'all something from the Old Testament and something from the New Testament. Give it to me, brother.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16.
Shoot it.
Lest there be any fornicator, or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Sold his birthright.
That's right.
You hate Jacob because he got the blessing that you were supposed to get, but yet you sold. Right? And for time's sake, I asked y'all about the red pottage, and nobody had an answer for the red pottage. The reason why it's so relevant as to why the pottage was red, give it to him, Shalimar.
Because that's how white people think we wrong.
That's why. To lay it down nice and flat, the reason why the pottage was red is because it wasn't cooked all the way.
Right.
So for you crackers that go to these restaurants and you ask for a steak and you say rare, because you want to make sure that the blood is running from it, it's because you like your meat uncooked because you come from Esau, god damn it.
Right.
Dumb son bitch gonna try to come up against me and what the fuck I know?
Oh God.
The red pottage is in the scriptures, I read it.
Right.
And you niggas order y'all meat either rare or medium rare all goddamn day.
Right.
But Shalimar, what does the law say about us when it comes to how we eat our food, Shalimar? Please read it. Or paraphrase it if you want to, for time's sake. Give it to him, Shalimar.
To paraphrase it, we should not eat the blood thereof.
We should not do what?
The blood thereof.
What did I just give y'all? Jacob and Esau.
Right.
Give me the next story, brother.
This is the story of two black girls, unalive in their own home.
In their where?
In their own home.
In their own home.
Tiara Monica, 17.
How old?
17.
There's a theme going on here, but go ahead.
This happened October 4th, 2025. Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, shocker. Kentucky. Go ahead.
Tiara Monica, 17, and Nevaeh Dorsey, 18, shot inside their Louisville apartment. Tiara was reportedly shot in the back of the head, while Nevaeh was shot in the chest and back. Their family say Seth Michael Andrew admitted to the shootings and claimed self-defense. Yet months later, no arrests have been made.
Please read that part again.
Yet months later, no arrests have been made.
So now, real quick, one was shot in the back of the head, the other one was shot in the chest, and this dude is saying self-defense. What the hell? Where's the self-defense at if you shoot somebody in the back of their head? What are we talking about? What's the dude's name again?
Seth Michael Andrew.
Anybody want to take a wild guess who he's the descendant of? Is his picture up there? Show his picture to the people, please, if you could. Show the people his picture, right? So now the fact that he was able to get into his house, get into them sisters' house, goes back to the conversation that we had last week. You got to be real careful who you align yourself with. This is why we've been doing videos for the last couple of weeks talking about never trust thine enemies, right? Them sisters made the mistake of trusting their enemy. And the reason why they made the mistake of trusting their enemy is because they have no idea who their enemy is. Why don't they know who their enemy is? Because your pastor is too lustful and too greedy to tell you the truth.
That's right.
Esau is your pastor's daddy. And he does the will of his daddy.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me the San Bernardino video, brother. I hope y'all realize what I'm doing here, right? I'm giving y'all examples, plural, of who Esau really is. And I gave y'all the biblical context in Genesis 27. Matter of fact, while he pulls up the next story, read 42 if you could. Genesis 27 and 42, please.
So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 42.
If you didn't read the verse 41, read that too, please, if you could.
Oh, you want to finish 41, sir?
If you didn't.
The middle of verse 41. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother
I will
Jacob.
reconcile.
Then will I slay.
We will sit down and have a conversation.
Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So now, I've laid it down even flatter, right? What the brother didn't mention in that Tierra Monica's video, right, is there was posters put up throughout the city about these sisters and what happened to them. There's a video of somebody taking down those posters, wanting justice for those sisters. There's a video, an actual video of a man taking down the posters of these sisters whose lives was taken. Anybody want to take a wild guess who that man was a descendant of? Anybody want to take a wild guess? That man that was taking the posters down to these two young sisters who did not get a chance to live their lives. Anybody want to take a wild guess who that dude was a descendant of? Anybody? Everybody? Go ahead, McGaw. Esau. Why? Because his life means nothing to you. How do I know? Because one of the comments that I seen on the video I did is, who cares? Just a drop in a bucket was another comment that I saw. So what does that mean? Our lives mean nothing to them. Go ahead.
If I can say real quick, I'm so glad that they feel that way. Because Black and Hispanic people are so loving, so forgiving, so compassionate. You see what I'm saying? So every single time tragedy like this strikes our communities, and I'm able to see so many white people in the comment section saying, who cares? Mm-hmm. You're just a drop in a bucket. Your life doesn't matter. They were criminals anyways. I'm glad that y'all talk like that. Right. You know why? Because when the Most High God brings judgment down in this place, mm-hmm. I can look at it with zero remorse. Mm-hmm. We're not going to have to feel any sort of remorse mm-hmm. for what God is going to do to this place. You want to know why? Because the same way you see our lives as just a drop in a bucket, God is going to look at y'all lives as just a drop in a bucket. So keep on talking. Keep on taking the depth of my brothers and sisters for granted. You see what I'm saying? But they're going to be laughing for but a short time.
Yeah. And for those that don't believe that what this brother is saying, right? Biblically speaking, for those who claim to believe in the Bible, mm-hmm. all you got to do is read Isaiah the 40th chapter, verses 15 through 17. And I'm going to paraphrase it for time's sake. The Lord mentioned the other nations and said they were as a drop of a bucket. Right. Which means what? The Lord he don't care about none of y'all. Right? Yes. You got that next story?
Okay.
Please read it. Check this out, y'all.
Inland Empire team sues San Bernardino PD.
Started from the top again?
Okay. Inland Empire team.
Inland Empire teen. I want y'all to focus on that. This was a girl. This wasn't no grown woman. Not that it would make it better if she was grown, but this is a teenage girl. Keep reading.
Sues the San Bernardino Police Department. Says she suffered traumatic brain injury during arrest.
Keep going.
A Los Angeles civil rights attorney is suing on behalf of a 17-year-old girl mm-hmm. who claims a San Bernardino police officer attacked and body slammed her to the ground. Attorney Tony J. Jeremiah mm-hmm. shared a video of the incident outside of a Food for Less store after school in May 2025. The attorney says her client had walked out of the store after other teens were bullying her. Mm-hmm. Body cam video provided by the attorney appears to show the officer drive up as several people were in an argument outside the store. The officer then grabs the teen, Aaron Cowser, from behind by the backpack.
From where?
From behind by the backpack and pulls her away. Police said the teen was being arrested for trespassing and trying to fight others. Mm-hmm. The lawsuit alleges the police officer slammed her face first onto the ground, knocking her unconscious and causing a traumatic brain injury.
Stop right there. So now, what I want y'all to understand is, right, and the only reason why I'm having a brother stop right there is because we are almost at the end of class already, and I got a few more scriptures, I got a couple more videos. We're going to run over a few minutes because we started late. But again, I have to drive on the point. So for time's sake, I had a brother stop right there, right? And here's the thing, what y'all need to know. She was attacked. This is why she was fighting. She didn't go out looking for trouble. Trouble found her. So when the police pulled up, she was the victim. And what happened to her, for her being a victim, she got grabbed by her backpack and slammed by a fucking grown-ass man. Now, my question is, and I'm not saying that they weren't there, I'm just going off of what was reported. What were the female cops? And why wasn't she grabbed by a female cop? Why would she grab by a male cop? We all know why. Anybody want to take a wild guess who this cop descends from? Anybody want to take a wild guess? Go ahead, brother.
Esau.
Come on now. Now, again, all these videos, I'm gonna draw the point home with a couple scriptures to just wrap this whole thing up like I do every week. Y'all know how I get down. I got videos, I got stories, I got scriptures. It all makes sense at the end. Give me the next story. Give me the white supremacy post that I sent you. Y'all check this out. Watch this. This is how a majority of them feel. And I say majority because there's probably a small percentage of Edomites who actually do not feel this way. However, we're not talking to y'all. We're talking to the ones that do feel this way. And this post that he's getting ready to read shows you that there's some of y'all out there that feel just like this. Shoot it, brother.
The hate. All right, so the post says, the hate is loud. A woman posted this in a white and proud, quote unquote, Facebook group.
White and proud.
This is what modern white supremacy looks like online. This is 38. It has a picture of the Edomite woman. This is what 38 looks like when you pay extra to keep them out of your neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
This is what 38 looks like when you have to actually work, when you have actual work ethics. This is what 38 looks like when you never let them, all capitalize them, into your home. This is what 38 looks like when you've never once done business with them. This is what 38 looks like when you've never employed one of them. This is what 38 looks like when you've never had romantic relationships with them. The key to success and staying youthful is keeping them as far away from your life as possible. Ask me how you know. Oh, and I am white and proud. The degenerates and bane of our society could never, ever make me not love myself and be proud of my heritage. Strong arm, and then a picture of a white arm.
Please show this 38-year-old and what a 38-year-old looks like. Because when I seen this picture, this looks like a crypt keeper to me. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. Right? Do that not look like the bitch from Tales from the Crypt? You understand me? Does this bitch not look like Yoda running over? Am I going back too far? She's supposed to be 38, but she look like she's 88.
Right.
You know, she like the Jigsaw man when he was getting ready to have that surgery when he was laying on the operating table. That's what she looked like. She like the goddamn Jigsaw man. And you gonna tell me that that's what 38 looks like? Let me tell you something. I can show you some 38-year-olds, and I can guarantee they don't look nothing like that. I can show you some so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that are 38 and don't look nothing like that. I can promise you, right?
Right.
So now, real quick, I'm gonna pass to you. What I want y'all to understand is, right? I don't mind her feeling that way because that's exactly how she should feel. What I want to know is, why don't we feel the same goddamn way? That's what I want to know. She's letting it be known what she wants. Listen, there's nothing wrong with her loving her kind. Why is it a problem when we choose to love our kind? Right. Is what I want to know. Grab the Atlanta Black Star video for me, brother. Go ahead, shout them out quickly.
I was going to say, if I could say quickly, I see why white men beat their wives and hate their wives. Because if the moment a bitch turns 38 years old, she going to look 68 years old. You see what I'm saying? I'd be mad as hell too. So I completely understand. Yeah. maybe because of this white woman's ignorance. Yeah. Maybe we was able to bond a little bit. Because now I understand why you're so angry in your households. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because your women age in dog years.
Yeah. So like straight up like that. And here's the thing, right? She really thinks she looks good for 38. And I don't know if y'all saw that picture. But if you didn't, just go back and rewind and look at it for yourselves. I know some sisters that are 58,
right,
and look better than her. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've never seen a 38-year-old woman with gray hairs. Not in my community.
I'm just saying.
I've never witnessed that before.
I'm just saying.
I've never witnessed a 38-year-old woman in my community with wrinkles.
You know,
That's like, I don't know what's going on over there. I'm used to 38-year-old women in my community looking my age. That's what I'm used to.
Unless they tie themselves to one of them.
They count with my age.
That's the exception. Our sisters that are 38 and look 88 is because they decided to sleep with dogs.
And then she ain't my sister.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, once she does that, she's a traitor to our people, right? But yeah, that like for her to brag about that lets you know how fast they age though. Because she thinks she look good. But yet, where do all these skin creams come from? And why are all these skin creams made? And why all these serums and all these different injections and all that? Who are they created for? They're not created for our people.
Right.
They created for y'all. Because the older y'all get, the uglier y'all get. Get the next story for me, brother.
This one is a video. You want me to play the video?
Please. Listen, man, I'm warning y'all ahead of time. If you have an ounce of compassion for your people, this video should piss you off. I know it pissed me off when I seen it.
So the caption is, the caption is, Black children left in tears after Karen questions why they're watering a neighbor's plants in resurfaced video.
Now, mind, these are kids. That's the context. These are kids that this white lady is going in on. Go ahead, brother. Check this out, y'all. Shout them out. But yeah, check it out for me. Go ahead, set it off.
Here's another Karen insulting my daughter. Coming out here, my daughter's been coming here watering plants for 3 weeks while they're out of town. You don't know them. You insulted my child. We live in a neighborhood. Karen. Welcome to the internet, Karen. Got little girls crying. Welcome to the internet, Karen. The new Karen. Welcome to the neighborhood, Karen.
I need a name.
Look here. You don't need a name. You need to get away. You need to go somewhere. You need to go somewhere, Karen. You're making little girls cry for watering plants at a friend of ours' house, and you're the new Karen. You need to go somewhere, Karen. Welcome to the internet, Karen.
Y'all see the remorse coming out of her spirit?
Welcome to the internet. Making little girls cry for watering flowers. The new Karen. Welcome.
That's enough, brother. That's enough. Y'all get the point, right? Now, all these young sisters was doing was watering the neighbors' flowers. Now, I don't think in that story it mentions the nationality of the neighbors, does it, Magol? I don't think it does. But regardless, right? For time's sake, let's just say that their neighbors was of Esau. Let's just say, right? They're kids, and you felt the need to go that hard on them to where you brought them to tears. Is that how much hatred you have for little black girls? Now, they wasn't stealing. They wasn't stepping on the flowers. They was watering them. Right. But your hatred is so strong that you had to say whatever it was that you said to them to break them down the way you did. Go ahead.
I was going to say, sir, I pray that blacks, Hispanics, and Americans are paying attention because this is how disgusted white people are by you and your children.
Right.
That you pouring water on their goddamn flowers and grass is detestable to them. Ugh. That's how they feel. They feel like, ugh. Right. What is that little nigger baby doing, pouring their filthy water on my clean plants? That's what the problem was. In her head, you were poisoning her garden just by your goddamn presence. Right. You see what I'm saying? We got to stop loving these people. We got to stop making excuses for these people. You see what I'm saying? We got to stop preferring these people over our own.
No, you goddamn right. So now, okay, this is the last video that I'm gonna have that I'm gonna play. This is actually me right here. I'm gonna say the other ones for next week. I might come in a whole nother direction. I'm not sure, but this is a video that I have saved, right? And the reason why I want to play this video, and I'm gonna give y'all a few scriptures after this, because I know we're running over the time. But the reason why I want to play this video or talk about this video and talk about something else that happened was because there was a brother in the comments who had the nerve to say, and he might not know no better. So I'm gonna give him a pass because he's not in the truth. Right. Lord allow, he actually comes in the truth. Lord allow. Right? But he took issue with me talking about my brown brothers, right? So-called Hispanics, right? And he said, we don't see, well, where's the videos of the so-called Hispanics being shot and killed by police, right? So now, let me play this video for y'all, right? Let me play this for y'all. That's good right there. That's good right there. Y'all see the video, right? So now this brother is on his hands and knees crying, right? And for those that don't see it, it says his friend Lorenzo Salgado Araujo was shot and killed by ICE yesterday. And what he said was how it was translated was they chase us like dogs, right? Now this brother is not the truth, but yet he knows enough to know the scriptures. And the scriptures say they hunt our steps. Right? What's that? Lamentations, I believe it is. In Lamentations, they say they hunt our steps. Now this brother is mourning the loss of his friend who was shot and killed by ICE agents. Right? Real quick, McGaw, look up the ICE death of, I believe his name is Johann Sebastian, Joan Sebastian. Look that up for me real quick. And I want you to tell me what happened to this brother and give me the context. I want you to lay out the context because there's something that stands out in what happened to this brother and how this happened. Please read this. This is Johann Sebastian, and this is the altercation with ICE agents. Please read that.
Johann Sebastian Duran Guerrero, a 25-year-old Colombian national, was shot and killed by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) officer on July 13, 2026, in Bedford, Maine. The fatal incident occurred at 7 a.m. at the intersection of Pool and Hill Street as Guerrero was driving to work.
He was going where?
To work.
He was driving to work.
ICE agents were conducting targeted surveillance on residents to execute a final order of removal for a different individual.
What?
A different individual.
A different individual. So they weren't even looking for him. Go ahead.
Maine Senator Angus King's office later confirmed that Guerrero was not the target of the ICE warrant.
He was not the what?
Not the target of the ICE warrant.
Not the target. However, it didn't stop them. Keep going.
The Department of Homeland Security stated that an officer discharged his weapon, quote unquote, fearing for public safety, because Guerrero's vehicle, quote unquote, attempted to flee the scene. Neighbors and family members heavily disputed that he posed any threat, justifying deadly force, noting multiple gunshots were fired through his front windshield.
What was fired?
Multiple gunshots.
Just one.
Multiple gunshots.
Multiple gunshots. Now this cop claimed he feared for his life. Right? Now mind you, it didn't mention that the brother had a weapon or anything. He was trying to flee the scene. Let's just say he was trying to flee the scene. You're in fear for your life because you're trying to flee the scene? Does that not sound like how young Cohen Wiley lost his life because his mom was trying to flee the scene and this cop, quote unquote, feared for his life? Does it say the part that stood out the most to me in that story? There's something in there that I want everybody to hear. It should stand out to you as well when you see it.
The ICE personnel were not wearing any body cameras.
That stands out. Not what I'm looking for, though. That's very important, though, that he wasn't wearing no cameras conveniently, but go ahead.
I'll continue reading. Guerrero entered the U.S. via the southern border in September 2023 and was actively seeking asylum. He held a valid Social Security number and an official U.S. work permit.
He held a what?
A valid Social Security number and an official U.S. work permit. Granted in May 2025. Had 2 jobs, one in construction and cleaning and the other in food delivery. Guerrero is survived by his wife and their 3-year-old daughter.
Stop right there. Shout out what you got.
Man, I gotta read this before mine. This is from the U.S. Department of Justice. If I could read
1-16.200, the use of deadly force and prohibited restraint techniques. If you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Law enforcement and correctional officers of the Department of Justice may use deadly force only when necessary. That is, when the officer has a reasonable belief that the subject of such force poses an imminent danger of death or serious physical injury to the officer or to another person. Now this next part is the kicker, if you don't mind me saying. Deadly force may not be used solely to prevent the escape of a fleeing suspect.
You get what I'm saying? So now, all that I was in fear for my life, all that shit goes out the window, right? Here's what wasn't in that particular story that I wanted y'all to know. That ICE agent took that brother's life with his 3-year-old daughter in the car with him. When I read that, it damn near brought me to tears because I'm like, you're such an animal. You're such a beast. You lack such compassion that you will gun this man down with a child in the car. What if your bullets, because you was in so fear for your life, what if your bullets would have hit that little girl? Just like your bullets hit Cohen Wiley. Now, for you brothers and sisters out there that say that, why are you taking up for the Hispanics? They not getting shot by the police. Let me tell you stupid motherfuckers something real quick. And I'll take the check-in from the general captain. Anyone who sees this class and hear me talking in the way I'm talking. Let me let you stupid motherfuckers know what time it is. The only difference between police and ICE is the POL, you dumb son bitch. The police are hunting us down in the streets, and ICE is hunting them down in the streets. They locking us up and sending us to jail. They're locking them up and putting them in detention centers.
Right.
And oh, by the way, many of those women are being raped in those detention centers. Many of those children are being raped in those detention centers. You want to know why you barely hear anything about it? Because there's an agenda out against my so-called Hispanic brothers and sisters that they're over here illegally. We just read where that brother was not over here illegally. But let's just say for the sake of this conversation, he didn't have no paperwork. Damn near the whole West Coast belonged to the so-called Hispanics.
That's right.
The fuck is you talking about?
Right.
How the hell? I'm trying to stay as calm as I possibly can because when I talk about this, it ignites an anger in me that I can't even put into words. The nerve of you to stand there in front of a microphone and cameras and call somebody an illegal when the only reason why y'all have this place is because y'all stole it. Y'all stole it from my Native American brothers and sisters with smallpox. You took out one of their main resources with the buffalo. You sat back and you studied them like a cunning hunter. And you lied in wait like the cunning hunter that you are. And you destroyed my so-called Native American brothers and sisters. And then you doubled down and you destroyed my so-called Hispanic brothers and sisters. And then have the nerve to call them illegals and say they don't have no business over here. And then you say they're taking all the jobs. Which one of you faggot motherfuckers want to go into them fields and pick them strawberries? Which one?
Right.
Which one of you crackers want to wait tables? Which one of you want to be on top of a roof in 120-degree weather? Which one? Because I drive cement trucks and I'm out there every day. And you know who I see on the roofs? My so-called Hispanic brothers and sisters are up there on the roofs every goddamn day. And you gonna tell me that they stealing jobs? all the jobs that you punk coward motherfuckers do not want for your own goddamn self. And the sad part about it is they do those jobs and you don't pay them nowhere near what they're worth. And the sad part about it is they can't even say nothing. Why? Because if they do a phone call, or get them locked up in them detention centers. And y'all gonna ask me why I'm mad? And y'all gonna ask me why I cry loud and spare not? Y'all wanna know why I'm rude in speech, but not in knowledge? This is why.
That's right.
Because of the countless lives of my so-called Hispanic brothers and sisters whose lives have been taken by ICE agents but have not been reported.
That's right.
You goddamn right I'm pissed off. And ain't no gift gonna destroy my heart. To hell with Esau and his goddamn military.
Right.
And his police force.
Right.
Let loose all the plagues.
Right.
Why? Because my people are destroyed out here in these streets.
That's right.
They show you all the bright lights of Sin City, but they don't show you the homeless areas of Sin City. The boldness for them to even call it Sin City. Let you know everything you need to know about Esau. This place is being ran by mob. Mob money was injected into this goddamn town. And you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? And you're gonna come out and defend your people? The same way you're gonna defend your people, guess what? I'm gonna defend mine. You filthy, cave-dwelling, child-molesting, incest-loving son, bitch.
Right.
To hell with all y'all. And any of you niggas that stand with them and tell me to love them because Christ loved them, I dare you corny-ass, cornball, pole-sucking, pole-riding-ass, Esau-loving-ass, punk-ass, coward-ass niggas to show me the scripture where Christ himself said to love Esau.
Right.
I challenge you Bible-thumping punk motherfuckers. I challenge y'all to show me the scripture. Show me where the Most High said that we must love Esau the way we love ourselves. I challenge you. I guarantee you can't do it. There were several scriptures that I actually wanted to break down and go into in full depth, but for time's sake, because we done already ran 20 minutes over the time, I'm going to give y'all the scriptures. If y'all want me to come back and bust them down next week, I will gladly open the class up, busting these scriptures down. But for time's sake, so that we can tie all this in, I'm going to give y'all the scriptures. It's Ezekiel 35, chapter 35, verses 3 through 6. It's John 8 and 44. It's Romans 9 and 18. Them were the other scriptures that I was going to bring out in this class. And there was a few more videos that I had saved up. But I ran too far over the time. And I apologize to all you brothers and sisters who stayed up late to rock with us as we bust these classes down, man. But again, I will die defending my brothers and sisters. Something that your whole ass, scary ass pastors would never do. Your pastors been in need of Baal. The brothers in here under Commanding General Yohana, who's under the authority of the Most High in Christ, would never bend our knee to Baal. Never have and never will. You understand me? Again, I apologize for running over the time, and I apologize for going, I might have went a little over the top with the language. And for that, I apologize. But I do not apologize for my zeal. And I do not apologize for the love that I have for my people. And I damn sure don't apologize for the hatred that I have for the other nations. You understand me? With that, Pastor Class, Preaching Officer, Shalom.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, starting out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The rules for new brothers and sisters: when a new brother and sister come to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They will be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6-month period in which the brother and sister record each other, and after the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, as well as Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, which means tenth in the Hebrew, or Masharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest funds is a free will offering for a priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming convocations, we do have the memorial blowing of trumpets, September 11th, while all of our enemies will be acknowledging 9/11. We'll be here acknowledging our own alarm system.
That's
We'll
right.
be here acknowledging the memorial blow of the trumpets. You see what I'm saying? A high holiday unto the Lord. Follow Isaac K Las Vegas on all social platforms. If you are in this area to figure out what it is you can do to contribute or make yourself known to acknowledge your customs, or go to isaack.com for more information. And if any brother in this wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, pants, shirt, headband, or a scarf. And with that, men in Israel, I might you, which means to stand. We're going to give one courtesy to the teacher. Men in Israel, I might Shabbat. I might you. Barak. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat.
Y'all watching the show, but thumb.
Yahweh Dismissed.